I don't think the onus of guys who don't have confidence to speak to women is on women. That is your personality trait, hon. That's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah. You don't think?
I feel like nice guys.
I think it can be.
Because I think this conversation is like we tend to generalize a lot.
Yeah.
And I get it because I guess that's what is in your view. So it's easy to generalize. Yep. But I think there are nice guys who, because really and truly, it's not like this. There's a lot of nice guys that are single.
Yeah,
they're getting girls.
Yeah, and some of them are very committed in relationships.
Yeah, I mean, so I think it's easy for us to obviously say that, you know, we can talk about certain type of girls and blah blah because that's really what's in our view. But I don't believe if I meet a guy who's shy and whatever, I don't believe that women of. I think his personality anyway. He's an introvert or he's shy anyway. And then maybe that is heightened when he meets other women and doesn't have the confidence. But I don't think that onus is on women making him shy. I don't.
It's not the onus is on women. It's like we're responsible for the men that we pick.
Yeah. I agree with that part. But she was saying how she thinks that guys are like the shy guys. They don't have the confidence to approach women because
it's partially our fault because feminism had this whole Me Too movement.
And
so like we're complaining like they're shy because they don't know if they're going to be Me Too'd if they approach the wrong girl. No, seriously. There is a YouTuber that just came out where he approached a girl in public and she literally called the park police on him. And this was in 2022.
Yeah, but there was guys that were shy before the Me Too movement started. So what's their excuse?
That's why I say it's a bit.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Like, so Me Too was what, 5-7 years ago?
Yeah.
How long were you really in the dating game?
Yeah, but that's the thing because I've got a lot of life experience.
Okay, actually, I'm going to ask Auntie. Do you feel like men approach women more or less now?
I think they approach women less now because women look more fierce. They wear more war paint. And because the men are scared. Because nowadays, it takes a couple of rare things to happen for all men to be labelled. So now you don't even know whether to approach a woman or not because you don't know whether she's going to say that you're harassing her, leave her alone. And sometimes you might even just want, a man might just want to say, excuse me, love, do you know the time? No!
Another time, check your watch.
It's happened. A girl dropped something and I've gone to give it back. And she gave me some dirty look. I was like, so I took it, I snapped it. It was an Oyster card. I snapped and went my way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you.
And that's why a lot of men just don't approach women.
I do believe like your personality trait, you can be quite shy and an introvert. Me personally, I'm very, very shy. But when you are in a situation where you feel comfortable, you can come out of your shell. And with some guys, you know, with some girls, they can come out their shell, whereas other women have made them feel, no, you stay shy because
women are becoming a lot.
I don't think that. I think guys will approach you if they feel good about themselves. So if they feel like they're, you know, pushing gym or whatever that to build their own self-confidence.
I know guys that feel good about themselves. Like they're like, yeah, I'm good looking. I go to the gym. You know, I'm a nice person.
And he won't approach a girl.
But he'll look at a girl and be like, no, I won't approach her because we like, or that girl looks so good and.
No. This is the death of femininity. I think a lot more women are masculine because back in the day, women would signal. And even when we had Kit on the other day, he educates women. He educates women how to signal to allow a man to feel comfortable enough to get to approach a girl and feel safe with the interest.
So maybe that's the problem, Eddie. Maybe the problem is men aren't actually looking for women's signal before they're approaching. So when a girl is now calling Park Patrol, it's because she's not signaled to you. She's not showed you she's any interested. You don't know what her relationship status is. And maybe wait for the cues for a woman to now signal.
But I also think that women are way less quick to jump the gun on that one as well.
The women are less feminine.
Can I say this? I think women embody masculinity more now.
100%.
No, I'm not denying that.
No, but look at this. Check this. Go on. I don't know if anyone else uses TFL regularly. Maybe I'm poor, but you know, go on the tube. You see the advert, staring harassment. So it puts men on edge.
Yeah, report. There's a phone number to call. He stares at you too long.
No guy's gonna want to approach a girl because he's gonna be like.
No, but if we flip it to like countries where there isn't that. A lot of men take advantage, so it's not. These aren't put in there for women.
Do the majority of men the men you're describing?
Sorry?
Are the majority of men the men you're describing? So the men you're saying that take advantage.
Is that in a country like where this isn't the social norms, where you have to.
No, but Martin, is that the majority of men?
Sorry, what?
Is that? Do you
So
think
the majority of go on.
Do you think the majority of men are doing that in those countries?
In those countries, what, going up to women unsolicited? Yeah, 100%.
It's normal to them.
100%, and they're grabbing girls, and they're
the majority of men in those countries are grabbing girls.
100%.
So the majority of men in those countries are committing assault.
Yes, I've been to countries.
That's your view on men.
No, that's not my view on men. That's cultural differences. In my country, even where women's rights are not like, I'm not here saying women are equal to men. I'm saying, but if a woman doesn't want to be touched, don't touch her. That's even a religious side. If you don't touch her.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So in them countries where
what countries?
Like even parts of Asia, Africa, where
can you name them?
Countries that I've traveled to, Egypt, Morocco, just say. Morocco.
Morocco's bad, I've been there.
Sorry, let's say Morocco. I've had men approach me millions and I've said no.
Approach you, but no. But you said you said grabbed.
They will grab you.
So
they will grab you. Even in
you.
Dubai, they grabbed one of my friends and she literally
I've been to Dubai. I was fine. I had no issues.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying again.
And I went with my family. Sorry.
Yeah. But also, and again, maybe this is where the cultural differences are. When it comes to even like me traveling as an Asian woman, they don't see me as my British passport. They see me as an Asian woman. If I go to Dubai, they see me as a Bangladeshi woman and they will take advantage of that thinking I'm a Bangladeshi woman.
It's just interesting because I know a couple people from those countries and they don't actually have the same views as you.
100%.
That grew up in those like you said. Well, I think you said Morocco. Was that Morocco?
Can I just say, as a Moroccan myself,
majority.
As a Moroccan, I'll say this. The context in which this happened, you were on holiday, right? And you're saying that people grabbed you. What was the context of that grabbing?
No, I'm not saying that they're constantly grabbing. I'm saying this approach, constantly trying to talk.
Yeah, like, but can I say, as a Moroccan, were you a tourist? Were you in a tourist area? Were you in the Medina? Were they approaching you to sell you things? What?
No, I was just walking the beach. Even if it's a touristy area, what I'm saying is some countries, even just say when I go Bangladesh and I'm not a tourist and I'm in my own country, clothes, everything, guys will still feel like they have a right to come and speak to you.
What's wrong?
I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying, again, look at social cues. If, like you said, the guy's teaching girls what signaling is, if she's not making eye contact, if she's not, don't approach her, especially.
And that's how we make guys feel that they're too shy.
The problem I had is when she said majority.
But do you see how this is kind of like the situation that I was describing? Because you're kind of like me tooing these guys because they approached you.
Okay, can I just say, as a victim who has been sexually abused as a child, it is deep. It is deep, and if I don't want you accessing my personal space, don't do it.
To talk to you?
It's not just me
talk to you?
No, I talk to everyone. I'm a very social being. Eddie knows I'm very social. You trying to cross that line? No.
Like, but if I've not necessarily the guy's fault, because if I personally myself, I've been through the same thing, but I would never be able to look at a guy and say, it's your fault if I'm getting mad that you're coming up and to talk to me.
I'm not saying I get mad.
He doesn't know what's happened to you, so he shouldn't be able to feel like too shy to still come try to talk to you.
I will never call police on a man trying to say hello to me at the park. I will smile and I'll go on my way. If he is now following me and trying to take advantage of that situation, yes, I will panic. And that's, again, my traumas, I'll panic. If he understands, she doesn't want to say hello and he minds his business, there's no problem.
And I think that's what it is.
But you said the majority of men are grabbing girls.
In certain
it's not
countries.
The majority,
and that's where like I have an issue with that because I don't think you're correct. I know people from those countries and they would not say the same thing. So it's interesting to me that's your view because to me that's like your view on men.
But that might be
we're not saying that
that's my experience.
No, listen,
I'm not gonna lie. That's my experience.
We're not saying that it doesn't happen. We're not saying it doesn't happen. We're saying it's not the majority.
Okay, it happens. Me, majority of the time I go out. And it might be my figure. It might be and that's why, again, I don't like to, when I go, especially abroad, I don't wear clothes that will insinuate my figure as much or my skin because I like to protect myself. Yeah, it might be that they find me attractive and they want to. Yeah. Maybe every girl doesn't experience that, but every time I go out, I do get approached or I do get spoken to and I have to now, I smile. It's not like I'm calling police, but I'll be like, no, sorry, I'm not interested or, okay, yeah, no, I'm not single. And I guess every girl says that to guys. I'm not single. Then they'll be like, oh, what? So yeah, you can't have a side boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like,
That happened to me
I do
this
think
morning.
it's about the approach.
it's just the approach.
I think it's the approach.
I don't think like if a guy's persistent, like I don't think that's that bad. Like who cares?
No one's saying it's bad. It's
like I don't think he should grab you. I think that's like okay, don't. But like you're telling me you went to this country and every single guy you saw, or like let's say so the majority, so let's say 6 out of 10 guys you saw grabbed you.
No, not grab. They will approach me.
Okay, but approaching is an assault.
No, it's not that it's an assault, but it could lead to
can be
that. 'Cause
harassment.
If I keep smiling and entertaining it and not saying, putting my boundary up, he might think, oh, she's interested. And it's very hard for women. Sometimes I feel like we say yes just because it's easier. Like I take guys' number just because it's easier.
That's not their fault. Like to me, like if a guy approaches me again, like it's annoying, but who cares? Like I've been in like I went to Martinique. I don't know if you've heard of
Yeah, I've been there. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And like guys they're like at this beach would like come up to me and I'm like, who cares? I'd be like, go away.
Okay,
I think
maybe
it can be sorry, babes. I think it can be intimidating. I think the way a person can approach you, like I think some people, and I think it depends on each person's like how you are, I guess. But I think sometimes the way the way a guy will approach you can make you uncomfortable. I'm a confident person, and I've had guys approach me that's made me feel intimidated. I've given guys my number just so that this interaction can end. I've had guys. I went to a party one time and the guy was like, I think he was the security at the venue, and I left and I didn't realize he was following me. And I'm walking down a dark road. I get in my car. Thankfully, as soon as I get in the car, I lock the doors. I lock the door. He's like, oh, like trying to get my attention. I was like, oh, like, I'm not interested because I feel unsafe in this situation. He stood there. Getting his phone out. Like he's talking to me and I'm looking at him like, bro. And I was annoyed because I was in a tight space. I couldn't just kind of just drive off. So I think some guys, it can be like, it's just the way they approach you. They don't approach you in a way that makes you feel comfortable.